Thank you for speaking to Sport Klub and welcome to Belgrade,
a
city where you have pretty good memories.
Yes, for sure. Good and bad, but mostly good.
Mostly good. I am talking about that 2015 when you guys won the EuroLeague here, maybe as underdogs, but then again with Luka Doncic in the team as an MVP. What's your first memory on that year?
Well, I think it was an unbelievable year because we had a lot of problems during the year, a lot of injuries, people coming in. Luka was very young. Even people saying, I don't know if Luka can play at that level. Campazzo got hurt on the quarterfinal. Jules have been out for the whole year. We brought Tavares. Okay, it was a difficult year. And probably we arrived here in a moment where everybody, like you said, we were a little bit underdogs. Like everybody was like, Madrid is not going to be there. But that shows you how difficult is the EuroLeague through the years. I remember one year we were first on the standings. We played very good the whole year, and then we had some problems at the end. We won the playoff, but we couldn't win it. We lost in the Final Four because it's a final. It's two finals in 3 days. So it's very difficult to be EuroLeague champion. I read somebody saying that it probably is the hardest competition, counting even other sports, because you have to play the best teams in Europe during the regular season. Then you got to get in the playoff or play in like this year. Then you have to win that playoff against a great team, and then you have to win two finals to be European champion. So a lot of good memories for this city, not only because I won it. I have a lot of friends here, and I love the way people live basketball in this city and this country. Because I also remember that I lost one final here, but true that my memories of this city are always good.
But then again, you lost the final. You were in the final and you were this close.
That's also true. But okay, life is like this. Everybody remember the champion. But it's true that two Final Fours is not easy. Two Final Fours in Belgrade. One we won. One we played the final. Okay, my memories with this city are very good. I've been normal.
We mentioned Luka, so. You know, you being a head coach of Real Madrid, coaching him, bringing him to the senior squad, we maybe have to say a few words just about him. How was it to coach him, and when you see him now playing at this level in NBA, playing like it's nothing for him? Did you expect that?
Well, okay, I remember like yesterday. When Alberto Angulo, who runs the youth program, showed me videos of Luka. And I was like, what are you thinking? If we can get this guy, get him. He was like 13 or 14. So already he was a great player, great attitude. I mean, he could shoot the ball for sure, pass, read situations. But then on those years that I think everybody did a great job with him on the youth program, and also when we got him on the first team, the best thing that Luka has for me is his adaptability, how he adjusts to what's going to come, how he sees it, how he reacts. That's great, not only for basketball, for life. And I remember when he went to the NBA, I always remember one conversation with one friend of mine saying, okay, Luka is very good here in Europe. He's going too early. Because if he stays in Europe 3, 4, 5 more years, okay, he will arrive there and he will be a star. But he needs, and I was like, do you know Luka? No, but I can see. Okay, I said, listen, if Luka has something great, it's he adjusts. He adjusts to the players that he has around, to the system, to the league. He adjusts to perform on doing what he does best, playing basketball. So I'm very happy that he proved from the beginning that he was ready, that he loves to play basketball. And that I'll tell you one little secret, that it's when my wife sees him play, she always says, she does everything with a smile on his face. and okay, maybe it's not basketball, but it's like this. When you see him, usually he's smiling, he's enjoying playing basketball, and this is something that on these times that we are all thinking about, okay, we got to play better defense, rebound. You see Luka and he's enjoying what he's doing, and for sure he's doing all these things that we tell him as coaches, but at the same time he's enjoying playing, and I think this is why he's going to probably become one of the best players ever.
Sometimes he has this angry face, but
yeah,
I think
normal.
that when he has angry face, then get out of the way.
Sometimes he gets angry because sometimes he gets angry with refs or with some other players, or he gets angry. But if you can tell that he enjoys playing, and even he enjoys that they challenge him. I think that's the good part about Luka, and talks very good about his personality.
When you were coach of Real Madrid, you were coach there for from 2011 until 2022.
11 years, I think.
So 11 years. At that time, you were the that was the biggest streak of somebody coaches one team in EuroLeague. Yeah. If I said this correctly in English. Yeah. And for example, for me, when I was thinking about it, I thought that you were never going to leave Real Madrid because that it looked like a perfect fit with all the players coming in, adapting and everything. So at that time, did you imagine how would it be leaving Real Madrid and coaching another team?
I don't think that far away, and I don't think up front. I'm not a guy who thinks, okay, what I'm going to do next year. Right now, I love being in Munich. I love the team. I love the way people treat me, and it would be very stupid for me if I think that everything is going to be easy. No, I have to adjust to a new situation. They probably will have to adjust to the things that I ask him, to the players, but it's normal. And in Madrid, and for a coach, I would say if you stay a long time in the same place, means they value you. So for me, it was like that. It was like, I always have a plan thinking up front. It's like, for sure, we're playing Partizan. Okay. But I have to think up front. Who do we play? What I want to do? This player, how is he going to be in the future? I'm a little bit like this. I've been a basketball man since I was very young. I come from a family of basketball. And it's normal that a lot of times people see me like, I don't see you, or I cannot understand you're not in Madrid, because I've been there for so many years. But for me, at the end of the time, okay, I'm a coach. So I love to coach. For sure, I love to coach Madrid, but I love to coach San Sebastian. I coach in Valencia. Now I'm coaching in Munich. That's my job, and that's what I love. And I love to see my team developing, doing better things. Okay, it's like, I don't know, if you give me one team here in Belgrade, then he say, okay, Pablo, you're going to win everything. Listen, maybe I don't win everything, but I will try to get my players better. For sure, I will try to get my team better, and that will be part of my job. That means I will win every game. I don't know. I wish, and I didn't win every game in Madrid, but I think it was very good for me and for the team at that time that we were always thinking ahead of being better every day, players, and also the club, the team, and always looking for new challenges, let's say. Either Europe, Spanish League, players, always looking for new challenges. And for me, that's very important.
When you signed for Bayern Munich, you know, somebody who's into basketball and EuroLeague and everything would say, okay, this is the signing for the future for next few seasons, maybe a decade, like in Real Madrid. So what do you see? What do you saw actually when you signed? What do you saw in Bayern Munich when you signed for that team? Yeah. I mean, speaking about the project and everything.
Well, I think Bayern Munich as a brand is something special. I always say that if you go to, I don't know, South America, to Chile, or whoever country, and you tell a kid, tell me 4 teams in Europe. They will go, Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Bayern Munich. So that means you have a brand and you really know what do you want to do. And I think the people on charge has cleared that. And they want to know, and they know that being big in basketball doesn't mean that you have to win every day. For sure you want to win every day. Me, them, everyone wants to win every day, but that's impossible. But what is important is knowing your way and knowing that, okay, let's say, if you want to sign a player that the other team is going to pay him double, maybe you won't be able to get it. But you will work to do it. And I think that's great to have that, that feeling of, okay, you're doing something for something. You're not just there because, okay, they need a coach and they sign a coach. No, I like to involve into the, let's say, the idea of what you want to get as a team, as a club. And I think Bayern Munich has a lot of that. It has a lot of space to grow. And this is something that for me was important, although I think I'm in a great city, great environment, and for sure on a country that right now is a world champion. So that talks very good about German basketball, and for sure Bayern Munich has a great brand, and I hope that I'll be there coaching Bayern Munich for a lot of years. That will mean that I had a lot of success.
Did you meet maybe Carlo Ancelotti? He coaches Real Madrid now, Bayern Munich, so you guys have something in common.
Yes, true. I mean, I love Carlo. Carlo is a very nice person. I had chats with him, talking and congratulating him for his great job everywhere he has been. I think he's a guy who knows football a lot. He knows the sports. I remember one time we went out for dinner, and it was funny. We were talking about football coach and a basketball coach, and we were talking about different things, and at the same, we have a lot of coincidence on how we see different situations that can be good for a team. For sure, tactics are different. I mean, come on, you have to shoot the ball with your leg and maybe pass with your hands. So, but it's very important that the idea comes a little bit together. So I have a lot of respect for Carlo, and I think he's doing a great job in Madrid also.
You mentioned, I think, the path of the club and the idea. So, what is Bayern's idea in future years, and how do you see this season of Bayern Munich?
Okay, this season has been very hard for us from the beginning. Why? Okay, we had 4 players who came from the World Championship late, and they won it.
Good thing or bad thing?
Correct.
For you?
Correct. For me, good thing.
Yeah.
Why? Because I think it's good for them and good for the environment, and they gain experience. So for me, it's good. Bad, I would like to have them fresher, earlier with the team, blah, 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 blah. But for me, good. Okay, we're moving to a new arena. Probably not this year, probably next year. So that's one goal that we want to implement. We want to create a culture where our fans are with the team. Like, for example, this year, I think Marco Pesic told me one day there was like the 10th straight sold-out game that we had. That talks very good, not only about the team, not about me for sure, talks very good about the club, about the person who works in the club day by day, to get that people into the club, and the idea of how do we want to go step by step getting better. New coach, new players, some of them even new in EuroLeague, so we knew it was going to be very hard. But at the same time, we tried to create something that will stay on time. And this is something that won't be easy, but it's our focus. And that means, okay, you win, you lose, but you're working for the future. No, you're working for tomorrow. But it's true that you cannot lose your objectives on time.
I guess one of the big problems was that you didn't have your captain on board, Vladimir Lucic, who is signed by Bayern until 2025, 26, am I right? I cannot tell you straight. So you never worked with him, but when you came there, what did you see about him being a leader of the team, but then again injured?
Well, I know Lucic since he was in Valencia, because I played against him a lot of times, and I know, from outside, I know what he is as a player. And I spoke to people in Munich what he meant to the club and what he was doing for the club. And for sure, he's a little bit our leader. I mean, he's a captain. He's been there for years. But what really impressed me is how much he knows basketball. He knows basketball. And on these times, knowing basketball sometimes it's even more important than being athletic, being a great shooter, being a great defender. He knows basketball. Like when on a video session, for example, he asked me, what do we do about this? He's not asking a stupid question. Mm-hmm. And that is something that you really value on a guy that for sure is a veteran, has experience, and he's going to give us a lot, despite in that for us it was a shame not having it almost until November and December. Because that means that, okay, one of your most important players are not going to be ready, but you got to get him in the team. And I think we did a good job of step by step getting him. And right now he's in a good moment, touch wood, that he will be healthy the whole year.
Tomorrow you have a game against a coach you know very well.
Yeah.
He coached you during the time at Real Madrid. So what did you learn from Željko Obradović, and how do you see tomorrow's game? That's the...
Okay, for me, Željko first, before being a great coach, who for sure is a great person. I have a lot of respect for him. I could tell you 100 stories, because when you are with a coach that coaches you, and we went out for dinner, we speak about basketball all the time. And
you can tell one and we'll be...
Well, first of all, tomorrow he will see me and he go like, Pablito, ¿cómo estás? Because he calls me always Pablito. No, but Željko is, for me, is a master. And it was like a master session every practice. And it was funny and it was difficult for me, because a lot of times he was pushing me to do things that they were difficult for me. Like, maybe not understanding. He was like, Pablito, please, can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if I will be... You can do it. Do it. Don't bullshit me. And that, for me, was always a relation where he knew what I knew. Okay, for me, good, but he knew it about all the players. That's a lot. And that talks very good about him. He doesn't know what Pablo Laso... He doesn't not only know what Pablo Laso is going to do, he knows what the rest is going to do. So maybe, okay, Pablito, do this, because you're playing with this, because you're blah, blah, blah. And the other guy, okay, you're playing with Pablo, this. So that's why I think he's a great basketball mind. But also, like I said, I treat him as a friend. For me, he's a friend. Great basketball coach, for sure. When we get together, what do you think we talk about? We talk about basketball, for sure. But I always have a lot of respect for him. And I think what he's doing in Partizan is unbelievable. On the years that he's been here, on Eurocup, Euroleague, competing at the way he's doing it, talks very good about him, about his whole staff, and about his team.
One last question. Yeah. Sadly, for me, this will be the last one. But it's not about Bayern. Yeah. It's about Real and Partizan. This last quarterfinal series. Yeah. Maybe the best one in the history of European basketball. How did you see it as a former Real Madrid guy?
Yeah, well, for me it was not the best series.
Not?
No. I saw unbelievable series. I remember one Olympiacos FS, unbelievable. I remember one Real Madrid Olympiacos, unbelievable. So it was a great series. I don't know if the best one.
Maybe not in terms of quality of basketball.
Maybe not in terms of quality, but it was strange. Yeah. I think it's the first time that a team loses both games at home and then wins 3 in a row. That talks very good about Madrid of coming back. Talks very good about Partizan, who was able to win 2 games at Madrid. Okay, what happened on the second game? It's sad for basketball. And somehow it changed the playoff. That's the way I see it. And I didn't see it. I didn't see it on real time. I watched the games afterwards, but I didn't see the games. In fact, I was having dinner in Vitoria on the second game, and I was having dinner with friends, and one of my friends was checking out the score, and he said something happened. I remember this word. Something happened because the game stopped. and they stopped for a long time. So then we found out about the fight and everything. For me, it's a shame that in basketball these things happen, because at the end we want to see we want to watch something. We watch something spectacular, not just because this. Because if we want to go to see this, we go to a boxing fight. But I think it was a great series, for sure. Not the best one, but one of the best.
Most exciting.
But it was very exciting because, okay, Partizan was able to win 2 games in Madrid. Then Madrid came back and he was able to win 3 in a row. So it was an unbelievable series that probably what happened at the end of the second game changed a little bit everything.
Let's say, okay, Kevin Panter and Sergio Llull, those were 2 guys that started it.
Yeah.
Did it surprise you the way they behaved themselves in that moment? Was that a surprise for you that happened between 2 of them?
I don't know. I think Sergi made a hard foul. Bad, but he made a hard foul. Panter reacted on a situation where he shouldn't react. Just go to the free throw line and hit the free throws and finish. But what happened later was terrible. So everything started with 2 great players, Kevin and Sergi. And what happened later is what no one can control. But
we see a lot of those fouls and reactions, and nothing happens.
Yeah. And so maybe those emotions at that moment became too special for everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach, very much for this talk, and good luck in Bayern and tomorrow, of course.
Thank you. I wish we have a good game tomorrow. If we want to win, we will need to play very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.